Okay. Our first forbidden book came today. Here it is.
Which one is it?
Which one is it?
Don't know.
Let me see. The Book of Forbidden Knowledge. Ooh, black magic.
Ooh, this...
Charms.
I'm sorry looking for it.
Never mind. That's for...
I'm looking for it.
All right.
Okay, I don't even know what that means.
Okay, what I want you to do is I've got this wooden box. And there's a pentagram to
keep it safe.
For protection. My athame is in here. Some sweet grass. Now we're going to keep it in this box until we get some more.
And we can find where to
we
put
should
them.
be getting 3 more coming.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, click that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, give us a huge thumbs up.
And make sure you subscribe and share the video to all your friends.
And if you want a comment, we'd be glad to hear your comments and read them. And hit that like button.
It's free.
That's how YouTube knows that we're out there doing this, and we really need the likes.
And guys,
sit down here, Missy, on your green chair.
My beautiful green chair. Halloween colors.
Okay.
Isn't it a Christmas
All right.
color?
Now, listen. Monsters are green. Some of them.
Yeah.
That green. That's not a Christmas green.
Oh, I thought it was a Christmas
Okay.
tree. Okay. Dark.
Now, tonight we're going to be doing one of our forbidden books.
That we haven't read yet.
This is the first one. The first one. And we ordered 4 books, and we're doing them in a certain order. And this was the first book, and it's called... Now, I usually have this all locked up. And it's called... Bud, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Buddy, can you say hi, YouTube?
Buddy's just out here.
Buddy, come to
That's my
No,
Irish
no,
twin.
no. Hey, Bud, go back in the house. It's wet out here, honey.
No, it's not.
kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. It's wet out here.
Did you stop me?
No.
It is not.
You can go in if you can stay out if you want. Okay. I have the book. I have a cross that protects the book. We have it locked in this trunk. And I have it covered.
Mr. Dolph did not.
The book is called The Book of Forbidden Knowledge. Black magic, superstition, charms, and demonetization.
Okay. Now this book apparently is forbidden because of the knowledge that's in here. They advise you never to use anything that's in here,
Which we did.
because you could end up with bad luck.
Don't ever do that at home. Never try this at home, kids.
Where are you going?
Inside the center.
Okay, we have Casper set up. Once Becca's out here sitting down, we have Hilda for when we get sitting down. And I have to wait for Becca to come back before we get started. Now, this is basically, it was a book that was written in the late early 1900s. And it was meant to be taken seriously. Back then, they didn't have things like we have today, like doctors and dentists that you can go to if you need help. Um, and they had some weird superstitious beliefs where all the old wives' tales and stuff come from. And interestingly enough, in the back, and I don't know why, but it talks about magic tricks. And it tells you some of the secrets, how to perform these tricks. They kind of given away the magic. And it's interesting. I guess I'll start without her. Eva didn't want to come out either tonight. But that's okay. Leila's here with me. Leila's always here with me.
And I would say up past midnight at the... Casper, run off! Casper, run off! Casper, run off! There was no
Well, it
one.
might be because of Buddy up there. Buddy, you need
Buddy,
to go in the
what-
house. Buddy!
Buddy.
Buddy, in the house, please.
Hilda? Grandma Hilda?
Where's-
Hilda's up? Grandma Hilda went off. Hilda went off.
That's because Buddy's up here moving around, I think. Buddy needs to go in the house.
Buddy, go in the
He's
house.
setting off
Now
Casper
he's
and
in the
Hilda.
first. He's right in for the.
Buddy,
He's in for you now.
Tell him Mommy wants them.
Buddy, Mommy wants you. No, Mommy wants your help. He's just in the front.
Okay, you come and sit down. Don't get up. This is going to be quick if you...
hungry.
Yeah, but you... Okay. Now, as I said, oh, that's how...
Buddy, Mom needs you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hurry up. Get in the house.
Yes.
Hurry up and shut the door. Yeah, it was him, because Casper didn't... They just went off again.
How? He's all the way over there.
Well, because he was on here. So, okay, anyway, so I'm going to tell you this one is the first one, which was kind of creepy. What they would, like, this was an era of seances and black magic. A lot of the old wives' tales stem from back then. And one of the things is that on Midsummer's Eve, a group of men would sit on the porch of a church and they would turn around and they would, first of all, they would fast. So they wouldn't eat. Then they'd go out in the evening on Midsummer's Eve and sit in the church porch at midnight. And apparently what would happen is they would see the spirits of the people of the parish that would die that following year. And this one time, a group of them was sitting there and one of the watchers fell asleep. And while he was in the chair or on the porch sleeping, the others saw his spirit walk into the church. And, of course, they didn't tell him because they didn't want him to know that they knew he was going to die that year. Now, whether it came true or not, it doesn't say, but this is what they believed in. And other things that
Creep me out.
they
I
would,
can hear whistling.
well, it could be anybody out there. They had weird things that they would do, like if, my stickers all fell off. What was that? Yeah, if you wanted, okay, back then a lot of times you were promised to a man. Like women didn't have the choices that we have today. And so, say that your father was well off, and the guy down the road had a big farm, lots of land, he was considered well off. they would make a deal that his son would marry you. You didn't have a choice in the matter. You had to marry this man.
Did you?
No, I'm not that old, for Pete's sake. This
You
was
probably would have been dead.
this was over 100 years ago.
Well, you would have been dead.
Anyway, and so what the guy would do, now this is apparently what he would do to make sure that she loved him. He would take, poor rooster, he would take the tails from a rooster and he'd press them 3 times into her hand. Then he would take the tongue out of a turtle dove, put it in his mouth, and talk nice to her. And apparently, and then he would kiss her with this tongue in his mouth. And apparently this would make sure that she would love him dearly and she could never leave him for another man. That's what they believe.
I'm doing the action.
Putting a dirty old tongue, bird's tongue in his mouth.
Can I do the action?
Well, I'm on to the next one now.
I'm doing the action.
Now the next one, which shows you why there were so many innocent people accused of witchcraft when they weren't guilty at all. What if someone thought there was a witch in their parish? They would go out and they'd buy a new pair of shoes. And on the Saturday before going to church, they would grease the outer soles of these shoes. Then on Sunday morning, they'd put them on and walk to the church. They'd sit through the sermon, and at the end of the service, they would sit and wait. And what's supposed to happen is, if there's a witch in the church, they cannot leave until the person with these shoes on leaves first. So anybody who has stayed behind for whatever reason, they would be considered a witch because they hadn't left. So they could be talking to a friend they hadn't seen in ages. They could be just in there cleaning up. But they would automatically, it would be assumed that they had to be a witch because they didn't leave when everybody else did. And they couldn't leave because he hadn't left yet, which is so ridiculous. I don't know, sometimes it makes you wonder.
I'm so good at these actions.
No, you're not.
Now here's one, if you
You said that one.
put it on please, don't listen to her, put it on. Okay, another one is they believe that if you wanted to make yourself invisible, you would find a bat, pierce its right eye, and carry it in your pocket, and apparently nobody would be able to see you.
No, you can't see me.
Oh my
See
god!
me? You can't see me.
I can see you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
You're right there. Yeah. You're right there.
That's pretty silly, isn't it? Okay,
Yes.
alright. Okay. Now, there was one more, I think. Oh. Now, for some reason, and this started years
Yeah.
ago, people believed that black cats were unlucky, right? If
Yeah.
a black cat crossed your path, you'd have bad luck. Well, actually, the true belief is they're supposed to bring good luck.
Yeah.
But to kill a black cat is unlucky and invites misfortune for a year. A black cat crossing your path means good luck, not bad. The meowing of a black cat at midnight is a bad omen. It means something bad's going to happen. Now Ebony, it wasn't midnight, it was 3 a.m., the witching hour. He was meowing a couple of nights ago. I have no idea why.
Push your head.
But some of these are pretty wild, like, and they truly believed in this stuff. If you put any clothes on inside out, you're not supposed to change them. By doing so, it means you'll have bad luck. So if you get up in the morning and maybe the light, it's a rainy day and you can't see what you're doing, and you put your shirt on inside out, you're supposed to leave it like that and wear it for the day. If you change it, it means you could get bad luck. If your right ear tingles, someone is speaking well of you. If your left ear tingles, then somebody's speaking bad of you. That's silly.
Yes, it is.
It's not even real.
Yeah, but they believed this stuff back then. They really did, and that's what's so scary. But like I said, there's some spells and stuff in here, like how to banish robbers, murderers, and foes.
What's a foe?
Foes, same thing as enemies, like people who don't. Yeah. How to make yourself shot-proof, which probably doesn't work. And they're the whole rigmarole to go through. It's just silly,
Wait.
silly things.
Those on the...
Well, like the one with the toothache, remember?
Yeah, I remember
You
that.
take a new nail, you pick the tooth until it bleeds, and then you take the nail and you insert it in a place where either the sun or the moon ever shines. Maybe in the rafters in your basement or whatever. And towards the rising of the sun at the first stroke upon the nail, you say, toothache, fly away. And the second stroke, toothache, pain away. And apparently it's supposed to take the pain out of your toothache. I think you'd be better off hitting your tooth with the hammer. Knocking it out.
No!
Now knock yourself out and you die.
Knock you out, but not die.
You wouldn't die, but you could knock your tooth out instead of doing all this.
I would rather laugh.
It's just, I don't know. And yet, like I said, it sounds like nonsense to us today. To us, it sounds like a bunch of nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And you think, how could they think that worked? But back then,
Can't breathe.
when you don't have anything better, that's it, babe.
I breathe.
This is all they had. So, if this,
Ever came in use.
but it, like I said, in the list for forbidden books, this was one of them. But it meant not to try anything in here.
Yeah.
Well, if you really believed you were shot-proof, after you read this and you believed, oh, well, bulletproof is what they mean, and you go out and you stand there and let somebody shoot you, it's not going to work, right?
Still gonna get chopped.
So I'm going to put it back in here anyway, just to be on the safe side. Now what I want to do is I'm going to light the fire and we're going to sit out here, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go get
No. Well, you just wait. I want to sit out here and see if any of these guys light up first. Okay? I'm gonna put Casper over here. Okay?
Did you get that inside of it?
I went inside. I cut a hole and I put it in there and then I stitched them back up. All right, now, so back up to be on the safe side.
Oh, demons, please come on back.
No, I want you to move your chair back a bit before I leave the
Fire!
okay?
This girl is fire. I can see my breath.
I know
light.
it's a dancing photo.
Not even that photo.
All right, you might want to move back a bit too there.
I think I'll be fine.
This girl's so
All right.
So I'm not too close to the fire.
Okay. Would you stop that? You sound like a
Wait.
demon if there's such a thing. Stand back. I burned myself lots of times.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I was doing that. Like, I was like real close.
That's weird.
Oh, there's a blue fire.
Like,
A
where?
blue flame in there.
Where? Where's the blue flame?
Right. Oh, it's kind of way in the back there. There's just one little blue flame. I think it's just the color print from the newspaper.
Oh.
Makes it pretty.
There's
Makes it pretty.
Can I see what it looks like in the camera?
Oh, it looks cool.
Wow.
I need to see this.
That looks amazing.
Hey, be careful.
Well, it looks so cool how it's
yeah,
from
it looks
yellow.
neat, eh?
Yeah, it's how it's changing from white to yellow.
Picture time!
All right. So.
Oh, guys, you can buy like
Really? You went and you set.
these monster gloves at the Dollar Tree. I like the witch ones because, like, look at it.
Okay,
Like,
just
you
get so
can-
close. You can
and,
stand
like-
right. You're too close. I can't see that.
And then, like, when you're in the dark, you can act like they're like your real nails. So, yeah.
All right. So anyway,
Advertise! Dollar
we're gonna
Tree.
end this now. Stop. Now you're starting to act silly. All right. So from
Leela and
Grandma, we shall see you in the next video.
Bye!
Thanks
Make sure
for
to
watching.
Screenshot this. No, and screenshot this. The Monster Golf chat. Ow.